You've likely felt it, this deeper, more profound knowing that you are here for something far greater than the mundane aspects of life. Whether you've experienced a series of synchronicities, moments of extraordinary clarity, or a sense that there's more to existence than meets the eye, the truth is undeniable. You are part of a greater calling, a chosen one. This isn't just a random occurrence. You are called to awaken. For some, it happens quietly, like a distant whisper in the night. For others, it's like a powerful thunderclap that shakes them from the slumber of the unconscious, pushing them to embrace a higher consciousness. The second awakening is an invitation, a profound shift in your soul's journey that compels you to see the world differently, to understand that you are an integral part of the divine fabric of the universe. The experience of being one of the chosen ones is not something to be taken lightly. You may have felt alone, misunderstood, or different, as though you don't quite fit in with the crowd. This is because you are being called to a higher purpose, one that is uniquely yours. It may feel isolating at times, but remember, your soul has chosen this path, and this is just the beginning. You may have gone through the first awakening, where you broke free from ego and lived in conscious awareness, but the second awakening is something deeper, more transformative. It's the unveiling of the truth about your existence, your purpose, and your connection to everything around you. This chapter marks the start of the journey that many would consider the most profound of all, as you move from understanding to embodiment, from thought to presence. As you step into this second awakening, you are not just discovering new layers of who you are, but you are remembering ancient wisdom. You are reconnecting with parts of your soul that have long been dormant, and in doing so, you are helping to guide others toward their own awakening. The world needs you, and it's time for you to fully step into the role you were always meant to play. The chosen ones are not just spiritually aware, they are spiritual warriors, beacons of light in a world that desperately needs it. Your journey is one of empowerment, wisdom, and ultimate healing, both for yourself and for others. The time has come for you to answer the call, and as you continue this journey, know that you are not alone. A surge of heightened awareness. Have you ever felt the world suddenly shift, as though a veil was lifted, and everything around you became suddenly clearer? This is the surge of heightened awareness, the first sign that your second awakening is taking root. What once felt like a blur or a haze now appears with razor-sharp clarity. It's as though the world has always been in front of you, but now your eyes are wide open and you are able to see beyond the surface. The mundane becomes meaningful, and the everyday interactions that used to go unnoticed now carry weight and significance. You begin to perceive the energies at play in every encounter, every situation. It's not just about seeing the surface, it's about seeing the deeper layers, the unspoken truths, the vibrations that lie just beneath. You might begin to notice patterns you didn't before, synchronicities that once seemed like coincidence now feel like signs from the universe, guiding you on your path. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions become deeply interwoven with the world around you. What used to seem like random events start to appear as carefully orchestrated moments of growth and learning. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. It's as if the world is alive with possibility, just waiting for you to tap into it. You are no longer a passive participant. You are an active creator of your reality. The shift is palpable. As you open your eyes to this new layer of awareness, everything seems infused with a kind of magic. You can see the deeper truths in people's eyes, the stories that are written in their hearts, and you begin to recognize the interconnectedness of all things. This heightened awareness isn't just mental, it's spiritual. You become more attuned to the energies around you. The way you interact with the world changes. You begin to see things not as separate, isolated entities, but as part of a vast, intricate web of existence. This awareness doesn't only affect your understanding of others, but deepens your own understanding of yourself. You recognize the patterns in your life, the choices you've made, and how they've led you to this point. You understand the lessons that have been written into your soul's journey, and this understanding brings with it a sense of peace and clarity. You know that you are exactly where you need to be, on the path you've always been destined for. This surge of awareness is not just a temporary experience. It's a permanent shift in consciousness that changes how you perceive the world. It's a reminder that you are not just living in this world, you are deeply connected to it. The energy you emit creates ripples, and these ripples influence your surroundings in profound ways. As you step into this new awareness, you'll begin to notice how your vibrational state begins to shape your reality. You may start attracting the right people, opportunities, and experiences that align with your soul's purpose. The world around you is a mirror of your inner state, and this awareness is the key to understanding how you can influence and shape your reality for the better. Vibrational shift. You are the frequency. When you experience the second awakening, the concept of vibration becomes central to your understanding of the world. You begin to recognize that everything around you is energy. Your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions are all forms of energy, and they emit specific frequencies that affect the world around you. You are no longer just a passive observer of life. You are an active participant in the energetic exchange of the universe. The key to living a fulfilling life is to understand that your vibrational state influences everything that you attract. Your inner state becomes the key to the outer world you experience. The vibrational shift that occurs during your second awakening is like tuning into a new frequency. What once felt out of reach or unattainable now feels within your grasp. You start to understand the law of attraction not just as a theory, but as a living truth. You attract into your life the frequency that you are embodying. If you hold a high frequency of love, peace, and joy, then these energies will naturally flow to you. If your frequency is low, filled with fear, doubt, or anger, then you will continue to attract situations and people that reflect that energy. The power lies within you to raise your vibration, and by doing so, transform your life. At first, this realization may seem overwhelming, but as you grow into your second awakening, you'll start to see the evidence of this truth in your everyday experiences. Your actions and thoughts will begin to align with your highest self, and the world around you will begin to shift accordingly. You'll notice how your energy becomes magnetic, drawing opportunities, people, and experiences that resonate with your vibration. What once felt like a struggle will now feel effortless, as if the universe is aligning itself with your higher state of being. Your vibration becomes the blueprint for your reality, and once you understand this, you begin to create a life that aligns with your soul's deepest desires. This vibrational shift is also a reminder that you are never truly alone. Everything around you is part of the energetic flow of the universe. The people you encounter, the places you go, the situations you find yourself in, all exist because of the energetic frequencies at play. The more you tune into this vibration, the more you understand that you are not separate from the universe. You are a vital part of it. You are the frequency, and your reality is a reflection of the energy you project. The disillusionment of the old self. One of the most profound experiences during the second awakening is the disillusionment of the old self. You begin to see through the illusion of the persona you once thought you were, the roles, labels, and identities that you've carried for so long. The things that once defined you, like your career, your social status, or your material possessions, begin to lose their significance. You feel a sense of detachment from the version of yourself that you once identified with. This can be a painful experience because, for so long, these external identities may have given you a sense of security and purpose. But as you go through your second awakening, you start to realize that true fulfillment cannot be found in these external factors. The process of disillusionment is about stripping away the layers of false identity to reveal the true essence of who you are. You are not defined by your job, your relationships, or your possessions. You are a spiritual being, having a human experience, and everything else is just temporary. This realization can feel like a loss, a grief of sorts, but it is also the beginning of true liberation. You start to embrace a more fluid sense of self. You are no longer confined by the labels that society or even your past self has placed on you. You are free to evolve and transform into the person you were always meant to be. As the old self falls away, you may feel a sense of emptiness or confusion. This is natural. It's the space where your true self can emerge. This is where you begin to align with your soul's deepest desires and you start to reconnect with your true purpose. The disillusionment of the old self is not the end, but the beginning of a new chapter. You start to shed the layers of conditioning and societal expectations, allowing your true essence to shine through. The process of shedding the old self is liberating. It's about embracing the unknown and stepping into a new identity, one that is authentic and aligned with your highest self. This is where the real magic begins. You can finally see yourself for who you truly are, without the distortions of ego or external validation. And as you embrace this new version of yourself, you begin to experience life in a way that is authentic, empowered, and deeply fulfilling. The unmistakable call of intuition. As your second awakening deepens, you begin to experience a heightened sense of intuition. This is one of the most powerful signs of spiritual growth. Your intuition becomes your guide, your inner compass that points you in the direction of your highest good. It's not just a gut feeling, it's a deep knowing that transcends logic and reason. You begin to trust this inner voice, knowing that it will never lead you astray. The decisions you make are no longer driven by fear or doubt, but by a deep sense of trust in your own inner wisdom. Your intuition guides you in ways that are subtle but unmistakable. You may feel an inexplicable pull towards certain places, people, or opportunities. You may hear a voice within you telling you to take a particular action or avoid a situation. The more you trust and follow your intuition, the more you will find that life unfolds in a way that is deeply aligned with your soul's purpose. Your intuition becomes your ally, and you begin to see that it is always there, quietly guiding you through the twists and turns of life. As you learn to trust this inner guidance, you may find that things start to fall into place effortlessly. You no longer feel like you are forcing your way through life. Instead, you feel as though you are being carried by an unseen force, moving with the flow of the universe. You begin to understand that your intuition is not just a random feeling. It is the voice of your higher self, guiding you toward the experiences and lessons you are meant to learn. The call of intuition is unmistakable. It becomes louder, clearer, and more reliable as you move through your second awakening. Trusting it is the key to unlocking your true potential, allowing you to create a life that is not just successful, but deeply fulfilling and aligned with your higher purpose. Emotional release and healing. The process of emotional release and healing during the second awakening is both liberating and transformative. As you evolve on this spiritual path, you will find that the emotions you have suppressed for years begin to surface. These aren't just ordinary feelings. They are the unresolved traumas, fears, and wounds that have been locked away in your subconscious mind, buried under layers of defense mechanisms, distractions, and societal conditioning. The second awakening invites you to face these emotions head-on, not as a burden, but as an opportunity to liberate your soul. It's as if you are given the chance to cleanse your emotional body, shedding the old skin of pain and suffering that has weighed you down for far too long. At first, the surge of emotion can be overwhelming. You may find yourself unexpectedly crying, feeling waves of sadness, anger, or frustration that seem to come out of nowhere. This is not a sign of weakness or regression, but rather a sign of profound healing taking place within you. These emotions are simply energy in motion, and as they rise to the surface, they are being released from your body and mind. It's important to allow yourself to feel these emotions without judgment or resistance. Suppressing or denying them will only prolong the healing process. Instead, embrace these feelings, knowing that they are part of your transformation. They are the remnants of your past, and in order to step fully into your future, they must be acknowledged and released. Healing doesn't mean erasing the past, but rather integrating it into your being in a way that no longer defines or limits you. The old wounds you carry are not permanent scars. They are stepping stones on your path of growth. As you heal, you'll begin to notice that the triggers that once held power over you start to lose their grip. You no longer react with the same intensity to situations or people. that once evoked strong emotional responses. Instead, you respond from a place of calm and wisdom, knowing that you are no longer bound by past pain. The process of emotional release also allows you to reconnect with your true self. When we hold onto emotional baggage, we create barriers between who we are and who we are meant to be. As these layers of emotional baggage dissolve, you begin to experience a sense of lightness and freedom. Your heart opens, and you can fully embrace life with a new sense of clarity and vitality. This process is not linear. It will ebb and flow, with moments of profound release and moments of quiet reflection. However, each step brings you closer to the authentic, empowered version of yourself. The healing that takes place during the second awakening is not just emotional, but spiritual as well. As you release these deep-seated emotions, you create space for new, higher vibrations to enter your life. You become more aligned with your true purpose, and this alignment opens the door to more fulfilling experiences, relationships, and opportunities. The emotional release is a vital part of the second awakening, as it purifies and clears the path for your highest self to emerge. The liberation from materialism. One of the most profound shifts that occurs during the second awakening is the liberation from materialism. As you deepen your spiritual awareness, you begin to see that the pursuit of material possessions and external validation does not lead to lasting happiness or fulfillment. This realization comes gradually, like the peeling of an onion, layer by layer, until you reach the core truth that the things you once thought would bring you joy are nothing more than fleeting distractions. In the modern world, materialism is often glorified. We are conditioned to believe that success, happiness, and self-worth are measured by the possessions we accumulate, the titles we hold, and the achievements we rack up. We are told that having more is synonymous with being more. But as you embark on your second awakening, you begin to see through this illusion. You realize that true happiness is not found in things, but in experiences, relationships, and a deep connection to your own soul. The pursuit of material wealth may have once been a driving force in your life, but now you understand that the true wealth lies in the intangible: love, peace, purpose, and inner fulfillment. As you release the grip that materialism once had on you, you experience a sense of freedom. You no longer feel compelled to chase after the next big thing or to keep up with societal expectations. Instead, you begin to seek out what truly matters: authentic connections with others, time spent in nature, moments of stillness and reflection. You start to value the richness of the present moment over the pursuit of future goals that seem distant and hollow. Your focus shifts from external accumulation to internal expansion. The liberation from materialism is not about rejecting the material world entirely, but about placing it in its rightful perspective. You can still enjoy the comforts of life and engage with the physical world, but you no longer attach your sense of self-worth to it. You understand that the things you own do not define who you are. In fact, they can sometimes hinder your spiritual growth by distracting you from what is truly important. This shift in perspective allows you to cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude for what you have, without the need for excess or overindulgence. This liberation also comes with a sense of peace. When you let go of the desire to accumulate material wealth, you stop living in a state of constant striving. You free yourself from the stress and anxiety that comes with always wanting more. You begin to experience life in a way that is grounded in the present, no longer chasing after external validation, but instead creating your own sense of fulfillment from within. The freedom that comes from liberation from materialism allows you to align with your true self, embracing a life that is richer in meaning, purpose, and connection. Living in alignment with your higher purpose. Living in alignment with your higher purpose is one of the most profound aspects of the second awakening. This is where the journey becomes truly transformative, as you begin to recognize that your life is not just a series of random events, but part of a larger, divine plan. Your soul came into this world with a specific mission, and as you awaken to that mission, you begin to live a life that is guided by a sense of purpose and meaning. The realization of your higher purpose is not always instantaneous. For some, it may come as a sudden flash of insight or clarity, while for others, it is a gradual unfolding, like the petals of a flower blooming slowly over time. But once you connect with your higher purpose, it becomes the guiding force of your life. Your decisions, actions, and relationships all begin to align with this purpose, and your life takes on a new level of fulfillment and significance. Living in alignment with your higher purpose means that you are no longer living for external rewards or societal approval. You stop chasing after things that don't resonate with your soul's true desires. Instead, you begin to live from a place of deep authenticity, following the path that is uniquely yours. This doesn't necessarily mean a radical change in your lifestyle, but rather a shift in how you approach life. You begin to make choices that are in harmony with your soul's calling, and you find that these choices lead you to greater peace, joy, and satisfaction. When you live in alignment with your higher purpose, you feel a sense of ease and flow. Life no longer feels like a struggle or an endless series of obstacles. Instead, you begin to move through life with a sense of grace, knowing that you are on the right path. Opportunities that align with your purpose start to present themselves effortlessly, and you feel a sense of fulfillment in every step you take. Living in alignment with your higher purpose also brings a deep sense of responsibility. You recognize that your life is not just about you, it is about the impact you have on others and the world around you. As you step into this purpose, you realize that you are part of a larger collective mission, and your actions contribute to the greater good. This awareness fills you with a sense of empowerment, knowing that you are not just drifting through life, but actively participating in the creation of a more enlightened and compassionate world. Vibrational magnetism, attracting what you deserve. As you move through your second awakening, you begin to realize that your vibrational state has a powerful influence on the people, experiences, and opportunities that enter your life. You are not just a passive observer of your reality, you are a magnet, attracting everything that is in alignment with your energy. The concept of vibrational magnetism is grounded in the understanding that like attracts like. The energy you emit through your thoughts, emotions, and actions radiates outward and attracts similar frequencies back to you. This realization is both empowering and humbling. When you become conscious of your vibrational energy, you understand that you are the creator of your own reality. If you are emitting positive, high-frequency energy, you will attract people, situations, and experiences that resonate with that energy. On the other hand, if your vibration is low or filled with negativity, you will attract circumstances that reflect that state. The key to attracting what you deserve lies in raising your vibration to a state of love, joy, and gratitude. As you align with higher frequencies, you begin to notice how your reality shifts. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach now come to you effortlessly. Relationships become more harmonious, and the people you meet seem to align perfectly with your values and desires. Your work becomes more fulfilling, and you begin to see abundance in all areas of your life, not just financial, but emotional, spiritual, and relational. Vibrational magnetism is not just about attracting material abundance, it's about attracting the things that truly matter. When your vibration is in alignment with your highest self, you draw into your life experiences that support your soul's purpose. This might mean meeting people who inspire you, embarking on projects that bring you fulfillment, or finding yourself in situations where you can express your true talents and gifts. The law of attraction becomes less about effort and more about resonance. When you vibrate at a high frequency, everything that aligns with that energy flows toward you with ease. Your vibrational magnetism is a reflection of your inner state. The more you focus on cultivating positive energy, the more you attract what you truly deserve. This is not about chasing after things or trying to control your reality. It's about embodying your highest self and allowing the universe to bring you what you are already energetically aligned with. The magic of presence being fully alive. The magic of presence is one of the most powerful experiences you will encounter during your second awakening. It is the ability to live fully in the present moment without being bogged down by past regrets or future worries. In our busy, fast-paced world, it is easy to get caught up in the rush of life, constantly thinking about what's next or what has already happened. But the second awakening brings you back to the present, to the only moment that truly exists, the now. Being fully present means immersing yourself in each experience, each interaction, each breath, as if it were the most important thing in the world. When you are present, you are not distracted by thoughts of the past or future. You are engaged, aware, and connected to the moment at hand. This presence infuses everything you do with meaning and magic. When you eat, you savor every bite. When you walk, you feel the earth beneath your feet. When you speak, you truly listen and engage with the person in front of you. Each moment becomes rich with texture, depth, and significance. This magic of presence is transformative because it allows you to experience life in its fullest form. It's easy to rush through life, ticking off items on a to-do list, but true fulfillment comes when you take the time to really be with each moment. The more you practice presence, the more you realize that life is not something to be conquered or endured, it is something to be experienced. When you live fully in the moment, you begin to feel the divine presence of the universe in everything. Every conversation, every interaction, every situation becomes a sacred moment of connection, and this fills your heart with a sense of peace and gratitude. Presence also deepens your sense of connection to others. When you are truly present, you are able to listen with your whole being, to empathize with others in ways that are profound and healing. Your relationships become more meaningful as you give others the gift of your full attention and love. In the magic of presence, you discover that you don't need to go anywhere or do anything extraordinary to experience fulfillment. Simply being present in your own life is enough. When you live fully in the now, you begin to realize that this moment is all there is. And in that realization, you find the true magic of life, expanding compassion and empathy. One of the most profound shifts you will experience during your second awakening is the expansion of compassion and empathy. The second awakening invites you to feel more deeply, not just for yourself, but for the world around you. It's a process that starts with deepening your connection to your own heart, and as you open your heart to your own pain, joys, and sorrows, you begin to feel the pain, joys, and sorrows of others. This is the natural outcome of spiritual awakening. You begin to see the interconnectedness of all beings, the line between self and other starts to blur, and you are able to experience life through the eyes of another. It is a feeling of unity, of oneness, where your heart expands beyond the confines of your personal experience, embracing the collective experience of humanity. Compassion and empathy go beyond simple understanding. They become active forces in your life. You no longer just feel for others from a distance, but your compassion drives you to take action, to help alleviate suffering, to listen with genuine care, and to offer your support when needed. Your heart becomes a source of strength for others, and in doing so, you strengthen your own sense of purpose. This deepening of empathy is not limited to those you are close to, but extends outward, beyond your immediate circles, and touches the lives of strangers, of people you may never meet. As you expand your compassion, you begin to see the world differently. You notice the struggles of those around you, the homeless person on the street, the child struggling to learn, the elderly woman who feels forgotten. You realize that everyone is carrying their own burdens, and rather than judging them, you seek to understand them. You begin to radiate love and kindness to everyone, even those who may seem difficult or unkind. You understand that their actions are rooted in pain and suffering, and instead of reacting with anger or frustration, you respond with compassion. This expansive empathy is not just about being kind or loving, it's about understanding the full depth of the human experience. You can feel the joy and pain of others without judgment, without the need to fix them. It's about being present with them in their suffering, offering them love and comfort without the expectation of anything in return. This is where true healing begins, not in trying to change others, but in being a vessel of compassion that allows others to heal in their own time and in their own way. The expansion of your compassion also brings a deep understanding of your role in the collective experience. You begin to see yourself as part of a greater whole. Your actions have an impact not just on your immediate surroundings, but ripple out into the world. As you extend compassion, you inspire others to do the same. The kindness you show to a stranger may ignite a chain reaction of kindness that spreads far beyond what you can imagine. In this way, your compassion becomes a tool for creating change in the world, one small act of love at a time. With the expansion of compassion comes a greater sense of responsibility. You realize that your awakening is not just for your own benefit, but for the benefit of others as well. You begin to understand that your life is not just about your personal growth, but about contributing to the growth of humanity. The more compassionate you become, the more you are able to serve, and the more you serve, the more you will find fulfillment in your life. This is the power of expanded compassion. It connects you to your true purpose and helps you live a life that is aligned with the highest good of all. The dissolution of the spiritual ego. The journey of spiritual awakening is not only about expanding into higher states of consciousness, but also about letting go of the ego that binds you to limited ways of thinking and being. The dissolution of the spiritual ego is a crucial aspect of the second awakening, one that requires deep self-awareness and humility. As you progress along your spiritual path, you may encounter what many call the spiritual ego. This is a subtle form of the ego that takes on a spiritual guise. It convinces you that you are more enlightened, more awakened, or somehow superior to others because of your spiritual insights or practices. You may start to feel proud of your spiritual progress, believing that you have transcended others or are on a higher level of consciousness. This is a trap, and it is essential to recognize it if you are to continue your true spiritual evolution. The spiritual ego manifests in various ways, through comparison, judgment, or an inflated sense of spiritual achievement. You may catch yourself feeling smug or superior when others don't seem to understand the concepts that have become so clear to you. You may judge people for not being as awakened or conscious as you are. You may even start to separate yourself from the world, thinking that you are somehow more spiritually evolved, thus creating a divide between yourself and others. This form of spiritual pride is dangerous because it keeps you trapped in the very thing you are meant to transcend, the ego. True spiritual awakening is not about hierarchy or superiority. It is about unity, humility, and understanding. It is about recognizing that no one is higher or lower than another. Every soul is on its unique journey, and no one is more or less enlightened than another. The dissolution of the spiritual ego means letting go of this sense of separation and embracing humility. The process of dissolving the spiritual ego requires you to confront your attachments to being right or more advanced. It means letting go of the need for external validation, for the approval of others, and for comparing yourself to others on your spiritual journey. When you release these attachments, you can move into a place of deeper connection, where you no longer see yourself as better or worse than anyone else. You see yourself as part of the whole, and you approach others with a deep sense of respect and understanding, recognizing that each person's journey is sacred. This dissolution also brings a deeper sense of freedom. As the spiritual ego fades away, you stop identifying with a particular spiritual identity or belief system. You begin to live from a place of true authenticity, no longer bound by labels or categories. You understand that your spiritual journey is not about achieving some external standard of enlightenment, but about continually growing, evolving, and embracing the present moment with love and humility. The dissolution of the spiritual ego allows you to experience true spiritual growth. It frees you from the trap of comparison, allowing you to see yourself as part of a larger, interconnected web of existence. You begin to embody the essence of humility, love, and compassion, realizing that your true power lies in your ability to serve others with an open heart, free from judgment or pride. a deepened understanding of universal oneness. At the heart of the Second Awakening lies a profound understanding of universal oneness. As you move through this transformative process, you begin to realize that everything in the universe is interconnected, that all of life is part of a greater whole. This realization shatters the illusion of separation and opens your heart to a deep sense of unity with all beings, all elements, and all of existence. You start to see that you are not just an individual, isolated from the world, but an integral part of the vast, interconnected web of life. Everything you think, feel, and do ripples out into the universe, affecting all that is. This understanding of oneness transcends intellectual knowledge. It is an experiential truth that you feel deeply in your being. You no longer see yourself as separate from others or from the world around you. You begin to understand that the same energy that flows through you flows through all living beings, and this awareness transforms the way you relate to the world. When you look into another person's eyes, you see not just an individual, but a reflection of yourself. You recognize that the same divine energy resides within them as it does within you. This is the essence of universal oneness, the understanding that we are all interconnected, part of the same cosmic flow. As you deepen your understanding of oneness, you begin to live from a place of unity. You no longer seek to divide or separate yourself from others based on differences. Instead, you see every person as a part of the whole, and you approach every interaction with a sense of love, respect, and understanding. This recognition of oneness also brings with it a sense of responsibility. You understand that your actions have an impact not just on your immediate surroundings, but on the entire world. As you grow in awareness, you feel a deeper responsibility to live in harmony with the earth and all its creatures. The realization of universal oneness also brings profound peace. You begin to see that there is no true other. There is only one energy flowing through all things. This understanding dissolves fear and division, allowing you to live in harmony with everyone and everything around you. The sense of separateness that once caused you to feel alone or disconnected fades away, replaced by a deep sense of belonging. You realize that you are an essential part of the universe and your existence matters. Living from the understanding of universal oneness also transforms your relationships. You no longer see others as separate or different, but as expressions of the same divine energy that flows through you. This creates a sense of deep compassion and empathy, as you recognize that the struggles and joys of others are your own struggles and joys. This interconnectedness brings a new sense of love and kindness to all your interactions. As you deepen your understanding of universal oneness, you begin to experience life in a way that is expansive, interconnected, and full of love. You no longer live in isolation, but as part of a greater whole. Every action, every thought, and every feeling ripples out into the universe, creating waves of love and connection. This is the essence of oneness, the realization that we are all part of the same divine energy, and through this realization, we can create a world of peace, love, and unity. Embrace your role as a chosen one. As you complete this journey of awakening, you must understand that you are here for a reason. You are one of the chosen ones. Your awakening is not just about your personal transformation. It is about the greater purpose you are here to fulfill. You have been called to embody a higher level of consciousness, to be a beacon of light for others, and to help guide humanity toward a more enlightened future. Embracing your role as a chosen one means stepping fully into your power. It means taking responsibility for your actions, your thoughts, and your energy. It means recognizing that your life has purpose, and that purpose is to serve, to heal, and to love. The world needs you. The universe is calling you to step up and fulfill the mission that your soul has been preparing for. You are not here by accident. Your awakening is part of a larger, divine plan. Your purpose is unique to you, but it is part of the collective evolution of humanity. As you embrace your role as a chosen one, you will find that life becomes more meaningful, more fulfilling, and more expansive. You will no longer feel disconnected from the world, but deeply intertwined with all of life. Embrace this journey, trust in your path, and know that you are part of something much larger than yourself. You are the change the world has been waiting for. Your awakening is the key to unlocking the potential of the collective, and as you continue to grow and evolve, you will inspire others to do the same. This is your mission, this is your purpose. Step into it with love, courage, and grace, knowing that you are here to make a difference. The world is waiting for you to rise.